Well, either YouTube, it's PD Two Finger, and I'm here to recommend an album. Not so much do a review. I'm just going to recommend. The band is called Raven. It's a British band. Raven are an English heavy metal band formed in 1974 by the Gallagher brothers, bassist and vocalist John and guitarist Mark. They've released 14 studio albums to date and had a hit with the single On and On. They were referred to as athletic rock and gained notoriety as part of the early to mid 80s new wave of British heavy metal scene. They're considered to be an influence and an inspiration on the development of the thrash metal scene genre, including bands such as the Big Four, Metallica, Slayer, Megadeth, and Anthrax, as well as others like Testament, Exodus, Overkill, Creator, Sodom, Onslaught, Death Angel, Flotsam and Jetsam, Coronator, Annihilator, and Razor. Raven are notable for headlining Metallica's first ever national tour in '83. So these guys were the band that took Metallica out around their first big tour in '83. And they're from Newcastle, England. They started out rooted in British hard rock and progressive rock tendencies. They began wearing guards, helmets, and plates from various sports, hockey, baseball, etc., incorporating them into the playing of their instruments, elbow pads and hockey masks, striking the cymbals. They had this drummer wacko, Rob Hunter, and he was well beloved. Since then, they've had several other drummers, including Hasselblad, who left due to some health issues. During the 80s was when I saw them on this Electric Circus tour, and I immediately fell in love with them. Mark, there's two brothers. John is the singer and bass player, and then Mark. Mark plays a Telecaster ferociously, and he had an accident, something involving a wall collapsed on him, crushing his legs. So they were on hiatus for 4 years. They came out with a kind of a comeback album, I remember, in 2015, 2016, and I love that album. It's called Extermination. And there's a couple of videos. The tank treads. Blood runs red under my tank treads, I think is how it goes. Excuse me for not remembering. Now, they got a new drummer, as Joe Hasselvander suffered a heart attack 2 days before a string of U.S. and European dates. So the Gallagher brothers had a number of drummers to assist, which they're talking about this Chicago show that I believe we had tickets to see Adrian Belew that same day. Something has always prevented me from seeing Raven when they return, although we're going to change that. Next time they come, we're going to be at the show. So they have a new drummer, and I can't find his name. Mike Heller. Mike Heller is from Fear Factory and another band called Malignancy. So the new album is out. And forgive me for being late. It came out September 18th, 2020. And I just didn't get around to it until now. Taking a listen to the album, it's really good. The new drummer is a welcome addition to Raven's sound, honing their sound into something even more powerful, which Raven is. It's slap in the face, it's coffee drinking music. It's just like they mean business. Raven is intense music. It's thrash metal, and I really like their style. There's something about the guitar pyrotechnics mixed in with the songwriting, the quality chops and riffs. The bass playing is really exceptional. It really is. And the guitar playing is very different. And then you have the vocals, which are unique, and he sings high. He sings very high and very intense, and oftentimes they will do stuff with an echo box or a flanger. They'll have these things where everything kind of gets really crazy, and then it'll echo out. It'll blast out of the speakers into a stereo spread with echoes bouncing back when the change of the song comes in. You know, and they'll do tricks like that with. Mark will do a pick scrape while John is screaming up real slowly, and they'll have a delay with a flanger, and then the drums kick in, and it's these hair-raising moments that they've crafted that they're able to insert into the music really gracefully now. That was the one thing that stood out on some of these tracks on Metal City, is just how naturally a lot of those gimmicky effect things fit in the music on this album. And then the drumming. The drumming is just really solid. There's some double bass drum work in there, just super aggressive, slap in the face style music. So if it sounds like something you'd enjoy if you like good music and you've never checked out Raven before, people will certainly tell you about their old stuff, their first album. They've got some really interesting stuff that they've recorded, and I love all of it. I even love the stuff in the mid-'80s that a lot of people didn't care for. I like that stuff. I had a lot of that stuff on cassette. So Raven is one of these bands that I've treasured ever since I saw them on this Electric Circus tour, which was Slayer. Raven opened up, and I believe the headliner for the Electric Circus was Wasp, Blackie Lawless Wasp, and he had 2 saw blades sticking out of his groin, which I didn't get that. It's just yeah, whatever, dude. But the Electric Circus sucked. It was stupid. They had women up, go-go dancers in these cages on top of the amps dancing. Let me out. I need a sandwich. And Blackie Lawless with all of his hairspray. It's just kind of stupid, you know. But Raven, they were awesome. They were awesome. I remember Wacko, the drummer, he kept knocking over his hi-hat cymbal, and this roadie would come out with like a baseball cap on, and he would set the thing back up, and then he would be whipping drumsticks at him, hitting him in the head, beating him in the back, while the guy would scurry off away, and then he would knock it over again. The guy would come out and he'd be beating him with these drumsticks. So check out Raven. Anything by Raven is good. If you've never seen them, Raven Band is what you're going to want to type in. There was a television show with an obese person. You don't want to run into that. That's not good. But Raven, the band, new wave of British heavy metal, and their Metal City is something you're going to want to check out. So I'll talk to you soon. Happy Halloween, and peace.